creative mode.
Traditional wedding. Traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó pọ̀ nínú ọgbọ́n. Let's talk traditional wedding. Jessica, ètò let's talk traditional wedding ó lọ lọ́wọ́. Kí lorúkọ ètò náà? Let's talk traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó pọ̀ nínú ọgbọ́n. Let's talk traditional wedding. Every Tuesday on Instagram, every Tuesday on Facebook, 6 p.m. UK time, every Tuesday on Facebook. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún mi lóye, let's talk traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún mi lóye, let's talk traditional weddings. Good evening, wherever you are, all over the world. Thanks for joining me on tonight's episode of your favorite show, Let's Talk Traditional Weddings and More with Bumimi the Royals. As our usual practice, before I proceed tonight, I'd like to give glory to the Almighty God, the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the giver of life, for sparing my life and sparing the life of everyone that is watching me on the show tonight. Thank you, God, for your faithfulness. Thank you for keeping us. Thank you for not allowing any one of us to be found missing. Thank you because none of us is found wanting. Thank you, Lord. Atobajaye Ọlọ́run àná Ọlọ́run èmi ọba títa ayérayé kọrin kése. Adúpẹ́ aláyọ̀ ayé lógo agbórúkọ mímọ́ yín ga nítorí pé ẹ̀yin ni Olúwa. Thank you for sparing our lives to come again this week. Dúpẹ́ fásitì náà dúpẹ́ lọ́gbọ́ àwọn tí wọ́n ti darapọ̀ mọ́ mi already àtàwọn tí wọ́n ṣì máa darapọ̀ mọ́ mi. And also, I want to appreciate the amazing people that are supporting this show, especially the amazing Chorus Jewels and Laces. Chorus Jewels and Laces. That's your one-stop company where you can buy everything and anything you need for your weddings, for your occasions, for anything you want to do. Contacts Chorus Jewels and Laces. Also, I want to thank and appreciate the amazing Lizelle Fabrics, all the way from Dallas, Texas. Thank you so much, Lizelle Fabrics. We appreciate you. I also want to appreciate the amazing Royal Vogue. Royal Vogue, thank you for your support at all times. Celebration International Magazine, that's one magazine where you can get your events on air, where they can take your event to anywhere in the world. Thank you, Celebration International Magazine, for your support, for your help, for being there at all times. I also want to appreciate First Rate Global for your support. Thank you ever so much for all that you're doing and for what that you're going to do. God bless you. I don't know what's going on again tonight with Facebook. Facebook is playing up, but I believe that people can see me on Instagram. I want to also appreciate the amazing people that have supported, my book launch. Thank you so much for everything. God bless you. Facebook is messing about again tonight. I don't know what's going on, but if Facebook is going to distract us, we'll just stick to Instagram and we'll probably share it on Facebook much later. So people, if you can hear me, if you can see me, please bear with me. For those of you that have joined me, thank you so much. Please, I always remind people that the show has started. ETO IGBEYAWO ti bẹ̀rẹ̀. Please remind people that we are here. We will always come no matter what. Even if it's just one person online, I would always come here anyway. If I'm not going to be here, I will have informed you. I'm not used to this new look of mine. I will have informed you beforehand. So if you're watching me tonight, please, can you tell people, remind people that the show had started and that we are online. Tonight we come for a very, very great and important, lovely topic. But before we do talk about that topic, ladies and gentlemen, I always love to do something special. But before that, please, if you're watching me tonight, share this show, people. Share. I don't know what's going on. Facebook is playing up. I will probably be using a different phone to do Facebook. And that means I will not be able to receive phone calls tonight if I'm going to be using this phone. I don't know what's wrong with Facebook. Okay. Let me see what I can do. If Facebook is messing about, it's going to really disrupt our show tonight, which I don't want to happen.
But in the meantime, okay, let's play some music. Before I bring on tonight's topic, you know me, this is my favorite part. Please, people, share, 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 share. Tell people that the show has started. Yeah. I want to play some music tonight before we go into our topic of tonight. For those who have joined me, thank you so much. Please, if you're there, you can hear me on Instagram. Please let me hear you say hello. Just say hi. Let me know that you're there because I can see that Facebook is really playing up. So, um, if you're there on Instagram, if you can hear me, please say hello. Okay. All right. Let's go to our music. I don't know what's In fact, anybody that's on Facebook tonight, just move to Instagram. Looks like Facebook is just not ready for this. I don't know what's going on, but it's fine. It's one of those things. So I'm trying seriously to see how I can get this Facebook issue sorted. He's always doing this every week. It's been going on. Thank you so much, Fabulous Funky. Thank you. God bless you. Please share the show, people. Share the show. All right. Let's go to today's topic. And before we do, let's do some dance moves. Okay. Hey, who is loving my come on. Oh yeah, where are my Eastern people? If you're online, let me hear you say hi. Today not today. To prove my love, you must chop my money. Thank you. Thank you for me. Take a look around. That's my back. Shake it on the bounce. My mansion on the back. Take a look around. My twinning. Tell your papa, say me come for you. Let's do this. Oh yeah, remind people know where is everybody. It's a very old better. Let me do something. Yeah, let me hear you say I do. Let me say something. Let me do something. Yeah, baby, when I give you, my banka, that's my banka. Checking on the bounce, my mansion on the banka. Baby, take a look around. My banka, that's my banka. My checking on the bounce. Hey, Fabulous Funky. I can feel your dance moves. Girl, it's up to you what I say. My YouTube people, I fight you. Say I be the come for you. Hey, can I get you shop when I got you? Hey, can I get you shop when I got you? Let's go. Yeah, my Igbo people. My check on the balance. Take a look around. My bank balance, my bank. My check on the balance. My passion on the bank. Take a look around. gentlemen, that was the amazing P Square. And I love that guy. I don't know why. He's one of my favorite artists. I just enjoy his music. Anyways, people, as I said to us, a lot of us might be wondering where we are on Facebook. I just don't know what's going on with Facebook lately. It's something that I need to really look into. So if you're on Facebook and you cannot hear me, you can't see me, please move to Instagram. I want to use this opportunity to appreciate those that have joined me already, especially these people that I can see, people that are already here. Thank you so much for joining me. Please remember that you need to share this show. A lot of you might be wondering, the new look today is different. So yes, so there is a reason for this look. It's different from the usual. Yeah, I've tried to stay somewhere in between the Yoruba, the Hausa, and the Igbo, and I'm sure a lot of you would understand why. A lot of you will understand. Some of you might not, but then the major reason I'm doing this tonight is because I want to talk about this first before we move on to today's topic. You know, some of you know already about this book. This is what I'm going to be flooding your timeline with for some time now. It took 3 solid years for me to bring this to reality. And this book is about to be launched on the 30th of July. The Evolution of Nigerian Traditional Wedding. You know what? Since I talked about this book, there has been a lot of messages on my, on my inbox. Pardon me. People have been messaging me and saying, hey, we don't understand. When is the launch? We can see some people are paying. Some people are saying this. Well, you can pre-launch. You can pre-launch, which means this book, I'll put the details every post that I've put about this book. After the launch, this book is going to be selling for £25. And if you're buying this book at £25, it means you're not launching, you're just buying the book. And a lot of effort, a lot of money went into this. And obviously, we want to get something back before we start selling at unit price, which is what people have been asking me. A lot of people have been messaging me. And I wanted to say tonight, pardon me, that if you really want to support and launch the book, you want to launch the book with me, I believe that you're going to put something on top of that unit price sale. A lot of people have been launching. A few people sent £200. And if you send me £1,000, I will be happy. I'll be happy. Thank you, my people. Thanks for joining. So, ladies and gentlemen, the reason I'm appearing this way tonight is because this book is not just about Yoruba traditional wedding. It's about the Yoruba, the Hausa, and the Igbo traditional wedding. So it's about the 3 cultures and some subcultures. We also went into some subcultures to search and to do some research to explain how their weddings are being done. And so many people have already asked me as well, I mean, why do you have to do that? Even though I don't want to let so many cats out of the bag, but because a lot of us know that now Yoruba wedding has gone beyond just within Yorubas. We have cross-cultural marriage. We have interracial marriage. Yes, Facebook is playing up. I'm probably going to use a different phone. That means people will not be able to call me if I use this phone. That's my worry. And the topic I'm talking about is very important, that we should be able to, okay, let me use a different phone. Oh, you will only be able to do a live, join me on live chat. I don't know what's wrong with that phone that I'm using for Facebook Live. I don't know what is wrong with it. So I will use a different phone so that people on Facebook will not be wondering that what is happening. Because it's very important, very, very important that we get everybody on tonight. For those that are here, I really appreciate you. Please, don't get fed up with me. Don't say, this lady, she know they tire. I'm doing all of this to promote our culture, to lift up our tradition. So, I'm going to go live on another. Hopefully this will work, because I don't know what's wrong with that other one. Hopefully this will work. Let me try, because I'm sure a lot of people will be wondering what's happening with Facebook. Emma Binu, so sorry. Look at my nice kidney that this Facebook is letting it scatter now. Eh? Anyways, people, I'm going to go live on Facebook now with a different phone. Hopefully, that will stay on. I'm so sorry about the what's it called now? Is it interruption? Please pardon me. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I was saying, the reason for my appearing tonight is because that book is not just about Yoruba traditional wedding. As I said, it was a 3-year dream, a 3-year project, a 3-year hard work, 3 years of hard work, 3 years of stress, 3 years of sleepless night, just to make sure that we bring this book alive. So please, I just want to say to us, whatever you can do to support me, don't get me wrong, because a lot of people nowadays have to be careful what you do online before they will think you have come to beg for money. But I'm asking you for support on this book. If you want to launch, the details are always in every single post, even on my profile picture. The details on how you can launch the book. Launching is different from buying. Buying is just buying at the unit price, and the unit price is just £25. And the unit price you can actually what's it called now? You can actually send your money to buy it after we finish launching. And after launching as well, it's going to be it's going to be available on every social media platform. It's going to be available on every ebook platforms. But for now, please do whatever you can to support. I can't hear anybody talking. I need your encouragement. Why is everybody quiet? I need your encouragement on this one. Let me know what are your thoughts. And on the 30th of July is when we do the official launch. A lot of people have been saying, but I should wait for official launch. Okay? No, you don't need to go anywhere. Official launch is going to be on Zoom by the grace of God. So if you show interest, I will send you the Zoom details. So people, let me hear your thoughts. Let me hear your thoughts on this. And whatever you say here, whatever you say will be a sort of encouragement and support for me. So if you can hear me, and if there's really no people on Facebook, everybody has moved to Instagram and YouTube. So if there's nobody on Facebook, I'll probably just move Facebook down so I can focus on Instagram and on YouTube. Okay, let's talk about what we have come here to do tonight. I've put out a topic, about a few days ago. I'm not sure how many people got that topic, but really the topic is about compatibility. A lot of people are saying you cannot marry somebody except you're compatible. And seriously, I want to ask us tonight, is that really a criteria for a successful marriage? People say, this person and this person, the reason why their marriage is not successful is because they are not compatible. And there's another word that says opposite sex attracts. Thank you, Funky. Fabulous Funky. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's those kind words, they go a long way. And if you're on a live show or you're leaving comments, you're helping that person to even know that you are there. So please, if you can see me, if you can hear me, leave a comment. And tonight is one of those days anyway when the excitement is not really too much there, but you just have to be around. So talking to me would bring me a lot of encouragement. So if you can hear me, if you're on this show tonight, say something. Let me know that you're engaged. Let me know that you're here. And to going back to our topic, if there is a saying that opposite sex attracts, and then people are saying the reason why some people's marriage is not working is because they are not compatible. Now, does compatibility guarantee successful marriage? First of all, let's talk about compatibility. What is compatibility? Does anybody want to help me? When we say people are compatible, what does that really mean? Alaja Sumbo, please, ma, I think you might have to stay on Instagram. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. But I think I'll just take it down. It's really showing, it's really messing about to make life easy for all of us. So we concentrate on YouTube and on. So people, let's talk about compatibility. Let's talk about compatibility. When we're talking about compatibility, what does it really mean? Please remind people about the show as well. Send message to people to let them know that um, we have started, because sometimes people join really late, and when they join really late, they start bringing us back to everything that we've already talked about. I understand that some people are at work, um, and they may not be able to leave comment, they may not be able to say anything. But if you want to leave a voice note for me, that would be highly appreciated. So, compatibility people, does it really guarantee does it guarantee that somebody being compatible, does that mean that the marriage will be successful? And before we go into that, can anybody please tell us, let's talk about compatibility. What does it really mean when you say people are compatible? Oh, these two people are so compatible. These two couple, they are so compatible. What does it really mean? Let's talk about that first before we move on to talking about whether or not people can actually uh, whether or not people can actually be successfully married because of compatibility. Thank you so much, Sheung Adams. Thank you for your custom. Thank you for always coming, and thank you for engaging as well. She said, "I believe compatibility is relatively linked to understanding each other." Thank you so much. People of like minds. Okay. People of like minds. Okay. Um, I want to hear more from people before I play this before I play this clip, because I have a few clips here that I want to play tonight. They are so important, and some of them I couldn't help but to save them because of what they are saying. You know, I'm not sure if um going by these videos, people of like minds, people that have the same idea to life, people that have the same ideology of life, people that think alike or act alike or something. So if that's the case, then why do people now say opposite sex attracts? If compatibility is the reason for successful marriage, if I'm getting everybody right, so why do we now say opposite sex attracts? That, to me, okay, we've talked about what compatibility means. People have said people of like minds, people with people that link to understanding each other and all of that. But what about when we say opposite sex attracts? What does that mean? Opposite attracts. What does that mean? Because I just wanted to clear this, because nowadays we kind of link certain things to reason why something reason tó ṣe tí marriage wọn ṣe work ni pé wọn wà compatible. Bẹ́ẹ̀ kẹ̀dẹ̀rẹ̀, there's a common saying. Thank you for joining GJ Gold. God bless you. Beckett Alaga Eyitayo Global. Thank you for joining. Please, people, let's talk. Let's talk. Because those of us that are into the business of being Alaga or whatever, or especially those of us that are pastors' wives, some of these things they could come to our tables. People could come and, because somehow people kind of trust us and believe in us that we should be able to have answer to certain questions. So if we believe that compatibility, people of like mind, people of that have similar mindset, people that have similar understanding or understand each other, if we believe that that is the reason why their relationship is working, so what does opposite sex attract? What does it mean? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. So, oh yeah, hey Yomi, Emadake, I want to hear from you. I'm going to play some clips. I'm just waiting to hear from you before I play. Before I play it. Okay, let me play this then. Look like everybody is busy this evening.
Pastor, we're just
Wait to.
reason people gave for divorcing was this. Pastor, we're just, quote, incompatible. Friends, there's no such thing as incompatibility. It's a term made up by divorce attorneys to justify divorce. We're all incompatible because we're all different. Nobody's going to be completely compatible with you because nobody's exactly like you. So no matter who you're with and who you marry, you're going to be incompatible. The truth is, you can get along with anybody that you choose to get along with, and you can choose to love anybody that you choose to love. If I were to summarize thousands of hours of marriage counseling in 2 words. This is going to save you a lot of money. Here are the 2 words you need to hear that will make your marriage a success. Grow up! Stop being an irritating little immature, I won't say the word. It's immaturity that causes marriage to die. It's not incompatibility, it's inflexibility. I want what I want, and I want it now, and you want what you want, and neither of us are old enough, mature enough, smart enough, spiritual enough to change. And I am willing to let this thing die, then change. And you're willing to let this thing die, then change. It has nothing to do with incompatibility. The number one
Okay,
reason
people, I don't know how many of us heard that. Do we hear that? I don't know how many of us heard
we're
that.
just, quote, incompatible. Friends, there's no such thing.
I'm going to let us talk about that. This man of God here was talking about the fact that major reason for divorce is not because of incompatibility. That a lot of people give excuses that well, the reason why we cannot move on in this relationship anymore is because we are incompatible. And the man of God said that the major cause of divorce, the major cause of trouble in marriages is not because of incompatibility, it's because of inflexibility. Now, let's talk about the difference between being incompatible and being inflexible. The man was talking about the fact that, look, it's not because you're not compatible, it's because you're not flexible. I don't know how many of us heard that. If you heard that, please, I know that some people on this show, I know everybody may be busy doing one thing or another, because honestly speaking, I just have to appreciate people that come on this show every week. Do you know that sometimes when I go on my friends' live chats, live shows, I struggle to stay connected, because things will just be coming up. A call might come in, somebody might just knock, the children might just distract you, and you want to really be there. You really want to contribute, you really want to, write something on the post, but something somehow is distracting you. In fact, sometimes it's pain me that, this thing that they're discussing about is so important. I wish I could type. I wish I could message them. I wish I could talk to them. But because of all these distractions, so I can understand if people are quiet and there are not many people on tonight as we would normally have. But the good thing about this is that people can actually watch later. So I understand if you cannot time. But if you can, I want us to please respond and engage. Because there's no, back in the days, if you're doing a show or something like this, you don't expect people to respond. But listen, thank God for technology. So if you can hear me, the difference between incompatibility and inflexibility, let's talk about it. The man of God said the major cause of separation and divorce in marriage and all of that is not because the couples are incompatible. It is because they are inflexible. I don't know how many of us said that. And I will really actually play that again, because what that man said there is so important. When I got that, I'm like, wow, this is good. Because sometimes when I have a topic, I look around to see if I can find a message.
It's a term made up by divorce.
To kind of use
divorcing
as
was
a
this.
yardstick.
Pastor,
Now, let's hear
we're
this.
just, quote, incompatible. Friends, there's no such thing as incompatibility. It's a term made up by divorce attorneys to justify divorce. We're all incompatible because we're all different. Nobody's going to be completely compatible with you because nobody's exactly like you. So no matter who you're with and who you marry, you're going to be incompatible. The truth is, you can get along with anybody that you choose to get along with, and you can choose to love anybody that you choose to love. If I were to summarize thousands of hours of marriage counseling in 2 words, this is going to save you a lot of money. Here are the 2 words you need to hear that will make your marriage a success. Grow up! Stop being an irritating little immature, I won't say the word. It's immaturity that causes marriage to die. It's not incompatibility, it's inflexibility. I want what I want, and I want it now, and you want what you want, and neither of us are old enough, mature enough, smart enough, spiritual enough to change. And I am willing to let this thing die, then change. And you're willing to let this thing die, then change. It has nothing to do with incompatibility. The number one reason people gave for divorcing was this.
I'm sure we heard that. God bless you, ma. Me, God bless you for joining. Thank you so much, ma. Mama Yodelo, thank you so much for joining. We missed you already. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much for joining. For those that are just joining us, I'm sure you're wondering, Why is she dressed up like this? I actually have explained, and I'll quickly explain again because we are actually halfway into the program, and I always try my best to stop intermittently to explain things to people that are just joining the show so that they will understand. Hey, she said she has received a book. Read the book. Oh, we need reviews. Some people have already started receiving their books. You see, the reason I'm dressed this way tonight, ladies and gentlemen, when I wanted to start the show, I was going to be saying good evening in three different languages. I'm going to say Sanu Barka de Nyama Inaune. For those of us that understand where that is coming from, and I'm going to say no Dalu Kedukodi. Màá tún wá sọ wípé ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ o, ṣàlàáfíà ni mo bá yín, ṣe dáadáa ni. Oh, Eliam, she said she received the book and the pen. The pen is a free gift for you to support this. The reason why I'm like this tonight is because this book is not just for Yoruba traditional wedding, because a lot of people are mixing it up. No, this book is, that's why I didn't call it the evolution of the Yoruba traditional wedding. I didn't call it that. I called it the evolution of Nigerian traditional weddings, past, present, and future. These books talk about all the three major tribes in Nigeria and also some sub-tribes in Nigeria. I did try my best to search and go deep into some research to make sure that I get some information so that our generations to come we find something. This book is like an encyclopedia of the Nigerian traditional wedding, not just the Yoruba traditional wedding. So I will call this book, I will recommend this book for anyone. I know what, we even delve into some interracial marriage. You know that Nigerians are now marrying from all over the world. I've seen Nigerian marrying Chinese, Nigerian marrying British, Nigerian marrying America. So this book is touching all those things. It's a lovely book that you need to get. This book for sale is £25, but please, people, we are not selling yet. We are at the launching stage where you support me by at least paying a little more than £25. A lot of people have paid so much, people are paying £300, people are paying £250. But of course, I understand that fingers are not equal, and the details on how to get this book is on every single post that I've put up. This is 3 years of hard work, 3 years of vision that has finally come to pass tonight. So, ladies and gentlemen, evolution of Nigerian traditional wedding. God bless you. Back to our topic, people. Our topic tonight is talking about, is compatibility or incompatibility the major source of problems in marriage, major source of divorce? And I've played a clip where a man of God is talking about it is not incompatibility. We've asked people to talk about what's incompatibility. People have talked about people of like mind, people of the same ideology, people of this, growing up from the same kind of, or have the same ideology to life, or when you grow up from the same school of thought. My people, this man of God has just said it, that look, that is not the reason why marriage don't work. He has talked about that. That's not the reason why marriage don't work. He has said that the reason why marriage don't really work is because of immaturity and inflexibility. Inflexibility in the sense that I want this done this way, you want it done this way, and none of us is flexible enough to bend our rules. He said that is the reason why a lot of marriage. So I'm not compatible. Maybe they said opposite sex attracts. I mean, they don't. I be opposite attract. I be a judge. I be near. Is there not a word like that? There is a word that says opposite attract. So if opposite actually attracts, why are people now blaming divorce or a marriage that is not successful? Why are people blaming it on incompatibility? Thank you so much, ma. Auntie Yemi Ogunjimi, God bless you, ma. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason we came here tonight to discuss about this. You and I, how flexible are we? There's something called compromise as well. Compromise. Opposite attracts. When opposite attracts. So if opposite attracts, why are we now blaming broken marriage on top of incompatibility? I thought that if we are too similar, I thought that is when there will be too much problem. We don't have to have come from the same school of thought for us to be able to understand each other. I think the major thing here like the man of God rightly said, is our inability to be flexible. And please, let's talk about certain things. Now, I'm going to serve an instance. I know someone I respect so much. He's also a man of God. He has been telling us a story over the years. And that story really, I learned from that story. He said that when he was growing up, yeah, he grew up in a posh family of four, sorry, no, five, three children and mother and father, making them five. Do you understand? So they were posh, they are alakaways. And yeah, somebody said the ego and the pride, yes, they gets in the way. And then this man married from a family of 12. The wife he got married to is number one of 12. Number one of 12. You can imagine. And he is from a family of three children and then mother and father. This other person grew up in a family of one of 12 where they have step sisters, step brother, and everything, and they all live in the same house. Now, this man said when he first of all got married to his wife, he noticed that whenever they are eating, the woman will begin to so fast that that thing used to irritate him so much. Meanwhile, the wife is always very irritated that her husband is eating too slowly. Said the man will take one spoon, look here, look there, do this. The woman is always looking like, oh my God, can you just eat? Can you just eat and stop doing all this smearing? Meanwhile, the man is looking at the woman and like, excuse me, are you a glutton? Why are you rushing? So fortunately or unfortunately, on one of the occasions, they got to speak out. And one of them spoke out and said, why are you so much in a hurry to eat? And then the woman said, why are you so slow? You're too slow, you're sluggish, it's annoying, it's irritating, you're wasting time. You just eat when you need to eat and get one and oh funny, isn't it? Different backgrounds. Now, they now got talking, and the wife had to explain to the man that the reason she is like that is because where she grew up from, number one, the food is never enough for everybody, and they all eat together in one place. So it's about survival of the fittest. It's about survival of the fittest. And while they are eating, their parents will be reminding them, if you like, sleep there. Oh. If you like, don't hurry up. Oh. Your what you're going to sell, they're going to hawk is already waiting for you. Your house chore is waiting for you. You better hurry up, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, in the case of the man, they always had more than enough to eat. They would eat and even have leftovers. Everybody had their own plates. They had their own. So, obviously, they are not compatible in that sense. But the moment they explain that, they suddenly realize that, oh, okay, now I see why you're like this, I see why you're like this. So people, ladies and gentlemen, they had to work on it, to work on each other's to work on each other's weakness and help each other get better, if you understand what I mean. So that's what the man of God was talking about. Incompatibility is not what is causing problem in marriage. What is really causing problem in marriage is inflexibility, as the man of God has said, and also immaturity. I will not be the first person to change you. When it comes to marriage, you're supposed to meet in the middle, isn't it? She knew in the business. So please, let's talk. What are those things that one can do to help one spouse? If you notice that there is something about your spouse that is a little bit okudiekato, rather than saying, me, I can't stand though. What are the things that we can do to help us? Eventually, they will now become so close, they will even start looking alike. How many of us notice that? After a while, yeah, Baba, I'm new. I'm just 20 years in this business. So, yeah, Baba, 20 years bride. I'm still new. I'm a new bride to my husband. Yeah, Baba say I'm grandma. I'm not yet grandma, but tell you what. Anyway, thank you so much, Mark. Thank you for joining us. God bless you. Itele, thank you for joining. I've seen somebody else, Timmy Tayo. Timmy Tayo, thank you for joining. God bless you. Okay, people, now let's talk about these things. If we have already agreed that Incompatibility is not the reason for problems in marriage. We've all agreed that it is inflexibility, immaturity, and selfishness. I don't want to bend the rules that I've always known. This is where my parents brought me up, and blah, blah, blah. Hey, Joe, please, let's talk about things that we can do to cause ourselves to become compatible eventually. There is no point struggling, if let me read what Fabulous Funky said. Fabulous Funky said, understanding perspective also helps. You will understand why they do what they do the way they do it. Thank you so much. That is very true. In the instance of the couple that I told you about, the one that was eating slowly and the one that was eating so fast, it's because they're from different background. Like some of us, we are from a place where like the woman has already said, survival of the fittest, 11 children, 12 children, more, you better eat, and eat in the same plate, and this other person doesn't have. Some of us are just joining the show. Welcome, Bookilicious. Thank you so much for joining, sis. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will say welcome again, people. Those that are just joining me, Sanil Barka de Yama Inaoni No Dalu Kedu Ekabo Ekurole ṣe dáadáa lẹ dé. Ó nídìí tí olóòtú fi rí báyìí lọ́jọ́ tèmi o nítorí wípé our new book, The Evolution of Nigerian Traditional Wedding, is not just a Yoruba book. It's not a book about Yoruba wedding. It's a book about Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, and it's talking about some ethnic groups as well. It took a long time for me to be able to come to put all this information together. It took a long time and a lot of stress, and I just want to identify with those other people, which is why I appear tonight. In between tonight though, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, and some other. So that's why I'm not really 100% Hausa, I'm not 100%. So that's why I'm like this tonight. Let me read what Sisi Alaye said. Sisi Alaye said, learn to accept your partner the way he or she is. And stop comparing. Accept what you can change and pray for God to help you through. Thank you so much, ma. Very true. In as much as what your partner is doing is not something that can hurt you, probably you need to first of all accept them for who they are and help them through. Even if they want them to change, help them through. Don't impose yourself on them. Don't say, hey, what's all this? I can't take this. Or you say, I can't take this. So where we come from, this is where we are. Some of us, we even give one excuse that is so bad. For example, someone that has anger issue, they say, this is how we are in our family. My father, my mother, who go over Benuba, Bishon Goni Abba. Marriage is about being mature. Marriage is about sacrifice. Sacrifice Ilobade. Hey, those of you that have been in the business before us, Mrs. Alayeye and Bookilicious, Mommy Ayodele Oguns, àwọn yẹn tẹ̀sí di grandma, Ìyàwó Bàbá, Chemostic. We all know that there's a lot of sacrifice. And one of the major cause of trouble nowadays is because nobody wants to sacrifice. You cannot be married without sacrificing. Onigeleayo, thank you for joining. Arakùnrin Sheun Adams, God bless you. He says, also, sometimes we can easily accept the partner God has given us. Some spouse believe that their partners are not meeting their expectations rather than helping them to reach that expectation. Thank you so much. There's this weekly thing I do as well. 1 minute marriage tip with chemostic. Leave me alone. It is your own chemostic. Only which chemostic? There's this 1 minute marriage tip that I do every Friday. I try to post it every Friday. That's marriage tip. One of the things I said there is being able to accept people's strength, enjoy people's strength while you tolerate their weaknesses. A lot of people enjoy their spouse's strength, but they're not ready to tolerate their weakness. I'm not saying you should accept their weakness. Get me right. You can tolerate their weakness until they get better. Things that I used to do when I newly got married, I can't believe where I am at the moment. Some things I'm like, hey, so we should be flexible as well. We should be able to help. But another thing, I know it can be frustrating for those who are not willing to to at least make efforts, change. Don't be that person that will be like, hey, oh, it will come here, it will change you. This is how I'm going to be, go come in, all those things. You have to change. You have to help. You have to help your spouse to also be able to. You said I'm just a baby. I'm just like, I was sick like I do. Okay, people, it's been a fantastic discussion. For those that are just joining, we're talking about whether or not compatibility is the reason for trouble in marriage or failure in marriage. And we have been able to establish during our discussion tonight that kò kí ń ṣe nǹkan tó ń fa wàhálà nínú ìgbéyàwó nìyẹn. Nǹkan tó lè fa wàhálà nínú ìgbéyàwó kọ́ ni incompatibility. Nǹkan tó fa wàhálà gbogbo ni wípé àìlámójúkúrò, inflexibility, immaturity, kéèyàn sì máa ṣe bí ọmọ àná, ká má lè mójú kúrò, ká má lè let go. Àwọn nǹkan tó lè fa nìyẹn, kò ṣe pé torí pé àwa compatible, because if being compatible is the major reason for a successful marriage, then there will not be a word that says opposite attracts. And we are also talking about how we can help make it easy, for our spouses to help our spouse to get to that level that we want them to get to. Shane Adams also said, perfect submission, enjoying a spouse strength but not tolerating their weaknesses. Yeah, if you're enjoying your spouse's strength, you should be able to tolerate their weaknesses. Even Ọlọ́run tá à ń sìn gan, ìgbà míì wà tẹ́lẹ̀ pé ó máa ṣe nǹkan tí wọ́n máa dùn pé bàbá God, you love me, oh, you love me, oh, you love me, oh, God love me, yay. And at times that God will do something for you, be like, God, why me? Why me? Even God that made us. There are days that the day will be so bright, like, lovely weather, lovely weather. There are times that we will be complaining and be saying, weather will lay by. So that is our God, the maker of heaven and the earth. So my beloved people, my major reason for talking to us tonight, my major reason for, of our topic of tonight is for us to understand that everyone that has a strength do definitely have a weakness. And if we're enjoying their strength, we should be willing to tolerate their weaknesses. Please, let's put that at the back of our mind. Okay, people, I'm going to go to a little bit of song. As I said, tonight is talking about the book, talking about our topic, so I will go to another music tonight. And our music tonight is not just going to be Yoruba, it's going to be all of the above, celebrating our book until after the launch of the book. So again, you can still launch the book. Launch the book. Launching is different from buying. Launching is different from buying. After the launch, you can buy as many copies as possible to give to your couples, your new couples, and blah blah. But for now, it is buying. God bless you. So it's launching. So God bless you. And the official launch will be done on the 30th of July. But from now on, you can start sending it your pre-launch money. We will appreciate it. Okay, let's go to this one. Hey, where are my feet? Hey, oh yeah, bring it on. Okay, people, I just wanted to thank you so much. Oh, God bless you, everybody. Thank you for joining me in celebrating. And as I said to us, there's a reason for that tonight. We gbogbo àmọ̀ pé orí ètò yìí ètò ìgbéyàwó ti ìbílẹ̀ Yorùbá ló sábà dání lórí. Àmọ́ the reason for us to be bringing in all this once in is because of this book. I will keep talking about it for the next until we do the launching. You always hear me talking about this book because, as I said to us, it's 3 years of hard work and focus and everything. Evolution of Nigerian traditional wedding. It is not evolution of Yoruba traditional wedding. It's about the Igbo, the Hausa, and the Yoruba traditional wedding. Everything you need to know, what it used to be during the days of our fathers, what it is now, and what it is going to be. Please support your girl. You can launch. The launch is on between now and the 30th. On the 30th is just the ceremony. People, you can send in whatever you want. You send in to support to launch the book. If you give me 1,000 pounds, I will collect too. If you give me £1 million to launch the book, I will collect, and I pray that God will take us beyond that level in Jesus' name. And afterwards, we'll just put it out there, and it will be available also on all ebook platforms. So, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to tell us again tonight, going back to our topic, that don't ever look at yourself as I'm not compatible with my spouse is not compatible with me. We've been able to establish tonight that there's nothing like incompatibility in marriage. Trust me. The only thing that we need to work on is ourselves. Make sure that we are flexible, we are ready to learn. And I have a couple of clips more that I wanted to play. I just played those clips. I will call it an evening so that people can go about their business, So it's so important that we get this on.
2 years are not the years used to wait for marriage. Your single years are the years used to prepare for life.
So as a single person, don't just go into marriage because everybody's getting married. Don't even go into marriage because that's the necessary next step to take. Because you finished high school, you've gone to college, and now you just want to, you've gotten a job, and the next thing is marriage. That's not why you get married. You must be very clear on why you are getting married.
Your single years are a time to have self-discovery. It's a time to focus on yourself. You will never have it again like that once you marry. Your life will never be the same the moment you marry. Use your single years to build your capacity, to build your foundation. Your single years are precious. You find yourself, find your purpose, find your passion. Build a relationship with God. Most great people, most kingdom ambassadors, most world shakers found their purpose when they were single.
So people that think that they're going to get into marriage and change anybody, rather than thinking that, okay, when I grow up, I'm going to go and change that person. Don't worry, I will change him. No, that's what we just heard now. This is one of the reasons, another reason that is causing trouble. It's not because of incompatibility. It is because you went into the marriage with a wrong impression that when I get there like this, it's going to be bed of roses. And always targeting the spouse, always targeting, my husband is not doing it. What about yourself? These are the things that you're talking about. There's another one I want us to listen.
The most difficult person to be married to is somebody who cannot learn. This will be, I'm going to say it here. One of the most difficult partner to have is somebody who cannot learn. So if you are married to somebody who can learn, it doesn't matter where they are, there is hope. Because the Bible said, when you learn, you will increase. Am I right? You can be having a 14 years marriage crisis. Once knowledge enter, bliss will come. And no matter how long you have traveled on the wrong road, it's still the wrong road. Wisdom demands that you turn. Be humble enough to learn. Be humble enough to unlearn what you have learned. The path that you have followed had not worked. See, the way is not working. Be humble enough. The most difficult person to be.
So people, another thing that I've just been said, I just saw these clips and I saved them because, we blame incompatibility, we blame it on so many other things. But it could also be that because of our inability to wanting to learn new things. I bet I should share, this is how we do it in our own house. So it's none of my business. So, like for instance, of the story that I spoke to you about earlier, about a couple that one is eating like the other one is eating like. I mean, the best thing is, okay, I know that the way I was eating, you said is bad. Okay, how can we learn? How can I learn how to do it so that I don't embarrass my spouse outside? I don't embarrass my husband outside. Okay, there are certain things I don't know how to do. Can I learn? Even including sex. We know we've been talking about this for some time now. You have to learn. I'm not used to it, though. Don't touch me that way. Oh. That's not the way I know how to do it. Oh, from where we are coming from, you're not supposed to do it that way. We have to learn and unlearn. And the spouse that is the wild one, let me put it that way, you have to learn certain things as well. Maybe your spouse is not used to all those wild, very wild way of doing things, and you want them to follow you by force. That's why I love when that man of God said, learn and unlearn. So in some situations as well, we have to unlearn certain things. Okay, but that's emotionally, but it's not good. It's not working in your marriage. It's not helping your spouse. Okay, can you just unlearn it? So it's not about learning alone. It's also about unlearning. Anything that is going to damage our marriage, that's going to damage our home, let us unlearn it. And anything that we know that is going to help to promote our marriage, to move our marriage forward, let us learn it. That's what it's all about. So tonight we've been able to conclude that it is not about incompatibility, it's about inflexibility and all. Obviously, you will marry someone that have, at least similar ideas to you, but it doesn't mean that it's going to work. We've seen people that are really close, everything about them is the same, and their marriage still did not work. So it's not about compatibility alone. It's about willing to learn and learn. It's about being flexible. It's about being what's it called now? Being mature. Yeah, that's what we said. Being mature and being ready to learn and unlearn. It's been a fantastic evening, ladies and gentlemen. Time is always not on our side. It's you won't believe it. Time is already gone. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trusting you to help and to support in this my new vision and new mission. And I really want to appreciate everybody that have joined me tonight, even out of a very tight schedule. Tuesday is becoming really busy for people, but it's a Tuesday show. We would always come here every Tuesday. So many people cannot watch it live, but I know they will watch it later. And I really appreciate those that come week in, week out, that participate, that contribute. I can never thank you enough. So, gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe máa ń sọ ní ọ̀sẹ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ wípé ó máa ń wọn ní kájẹran pẹ́lẹ́nu àmọ́ òun fa ọ̀nà fún ni kò kí ń jẹ́. Àmọ́ kó tó di pé mo fi àdàgbà ètò yìí rọ̀ lálẹ́ yìí, mo tún fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n bá wa dá sétò, àwọn tí wọ́n ti bá wa kọ ọ̀rọ̀ sójú òpó bó tẹ̀lé pé ààrẹ ní gbogbo lálẹ́ yìí, gbogbo ọjọ́ kan náà kọ lọ́dún, gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ṣagbátẹrù ètò yìí, iléeṣẹ́ Chorus Jewels and Laces, iléeṣẹ́ Lizelle Fabrics, iléeṣẹ́ Royal Vogues, iléeṣẹ́ Celebration International Magazine àti First Rate Global, ẹ ṣé ẹ kú gbogbo ìgbà. Mo tún wá fẹ́ fi àsìkò yìí dágbére fún gbogbo wa wípé èmi Olúwabùnmi aya Òṣìbẹ̀wò, gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe máa ń sọ ní ọ̀sẹ̀ọ̀sẹ̀, lílọ ni mò ń lọ yìí. Mo gbàdúrà wípé ogun ó lọ kò dé kò ní bá mi, ogun ó dé kò bá wọn kò ní jẹ́ títí yín lọ́wọ́ lọ́lá Ọlọ́run. Àlàáfíà, ìdùnnú àti ayọ̀ tí mo fi yín sílẹ̀ ní òun náà ni màá tún padà wá bá yín lọ́jọ́ mẹ́jọ lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Ànírò kú wọlé, ànírò kú jáde lágbára Ọlọ́run. Ire, àánú, ayọ̀, ìròyìn ayọ̀ báyìí Olúwa máa jẹ́ tiwa lọ́lá Elédùmarè. Mo wá fásitì tó sọ fún gbogbo wa wípé láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé o. Mo ní láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé o. Ẹ̀yin ò ní forígun, èmi ò ní fẹsẹ̀ kọ o. Mọ́tò yòówù ká lè wọ̀ kò ní forí sọ̀gì o. Láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé. Láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé. Thank you so much, everybody. See you next week by the special grace of God. God bless you. Bye.
Àsìkò ti tó, ètò kan. Best of traditional wedding. Gbogbo lólùfẹ́ rẹ̀ mú retí rẹ̀. Best of traditional wedding.
Ẹ má gbàgbé o.
Oríṣiríṣi mẹ́lẹ̀dì rẹ̀. Best of traditional wedding.
Thank you, ma.
Lórúkọ ètò náà. Best of traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó pọ̀ nínú ọgbọ́n. Best of traditional wedding. Ètò lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ traditional wedding ló lọ lọ́wọ́. Kí lorúkọ ètò náà? Best of traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó pọ̀ nínú ọgbọ́n. Best of traditional wedding. Every Tuesday on Instagram. Instagram, every Tuesday on Facebook, 6 p.m. UK time, every Tuesday on Facebook. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún mi lóye, let's talk traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún mi lóye, let's talk
Traditional wedding. Thank you so much, my people. I appreciate you. God bless you. See you next week by the grace of God. Bye.